I am Monique van Niekerk. I am 34 years old. No. Yeah, and my story is grew up as a Christian in a Christian family in Niekerk. And then at the age of 16, I suffered a bit of a traumatic loss. I lost my mom, and then after that, there's going through the process of what's rouw in Engels? Grief. Sorry about that one. And then it was being angry, and then turning to God, being angry, hate, all of those things. University, it got worse. And then I was privileged or not so privileged. You can decide on which one. So as I was doing my practical year, I immediately got the job as the clinical engineer of the hospital. And it was a massive hospital. So I kind of missed out on my teenage years because my mom passed away, and I kind of missed out on young adulthood because I was directly going into a job. And then initially it was cool, because now you're earning money, it's your own money, it's nice, it's in the pocket. But as the realization of responsibility grew, also within me anger grew. So I stopped going to church. I think the only time I went to church was for a funeral or a wedding. I met Melissa and Wayne through triathlon. So we were literally in a swimming pool and going on exercising, and at that stage even then they were not reborn yet. So when they started, I was like, oh, what are you doing? Our Sundays are going to be ruined because we want to go cycling or running or swimming or whatever the case might be. And then Melissa kept on nagging for me to come on a rise camp. So eventually I caved in just because I needed time away and I want to go hiking. That was a literal life transformation experience, and that's when everything started. Yeah, I think like I said, I was there for the hiking, and now you start hiking in the evening and it's quite nice, and you look over the Rustenburg and it's in the mountains, and then we stop and we praise and worship, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I had a hectic week. This is not on. I want to hike, I want to be in nature. And as that progressed, there was certain encounters, and as I became comfortable with the people around me, the group, also I said, okay, well, you have to be open-minded about this thing. There's a space where you will write down all of your troubles and leave it at the cross. And everything that troubled me throughout my life was just taken away in that instant. The anger towards losing my mom at the age of 16, the anger of how I had to quickly grow up and be a responsible person at the age of 16, and then being responsible again, continue being responsible even more at the age of 22. That left all of the other. There's plenty of issues in my life. And that just all went away. And I said yes, and I put up my hand and I said yes to Jesus and yes to God. Yeah, so that was March 2020. So it's quite recent. I still call myself a toddler in Christ and in Christianity. Within that time, after I was saved, even there, it was hectic. It was challenging because one week you will have this, oh, this is amazing, let's go to church, praise and worship, it's awesome. And then 2 weeks then it's like, no, just can't handle it, no, done, leave me alone. Yeah, then that passed and baptism happened, and it was literally also the most amazing feeling if your two best friends baptize you. But coming out of the water, it's like that story, that fairy tale, that everything is just fallen off. And what everyone came to me afterwards and said to me about this radiant person that's shining, and that you can see something has fallen off the shoulders. My burden is gone. If you go to your psychologist and he says to you, yes, I haven't seen you in 8 months, but you look radiant, you're just like, okay, well, something is going right. And yeah, that's my life story. Before, he was I believe God is there and he has a purpose for my life. But he was that person or that entity that you go to when there's trouble. He's like, yeah, I made a mistake. Please just help me. And then when it went well, he's like, okay, cool, thanks, I got it from you. And afterwards, he's my shepherd, eh? He's the go-to person. First go to God, first go to the Bible, then go to family, whether it's my actual family or family at church.